Carrie, you're the one.
When did you plan on telling me?
When I knew more. Nothing's definite. Listen, Captain, the thing is...
I mean, just tell me what's going on. Is that too much to ask? I'm afraid. Carrie, don't follow me in here. What is it you said to say? Wait, I just cannot believe this is happening.
All right, calm down. There'll be no breaking.
How long have you known about this?
It's been in the works for a while. I'll know more details.
I am such an idiot!
Well, if this is how you treat the one. Mr. Big. Oh, where do we even begin with Mr. Big? Handsome, rich, incredibly charismatic, he's as charming as he's confusing. At least for Carrie. Many of us in the audience aren't particularly fond of him, despite the many ways he manages to pull us in. He's so enigmatic, we didn't even learn his name until the final episode of Sex and the City. Today we're diving deep into Mr. Big. Who is he? How does he operate? And most importantly, did he really have as much power as we thought? Or was he just as lost and confused as Carrie was in trying to understand him?
I'm so fucked up.
Big was introduced as the handsome passerby whom Carrie bumps into on the street. His looks and class were immediately obvious. Later, Samantha gave us a clearer idea. He's an incredibly successful and wealthy businessman. Based on that, he was a modern-day prince. Aside from his relationship with Carrie, we know very little about him. I believe that's intentional, so that we see him the same way Carrie does. That alone speaks volumes about the nature of her attraction to him, which I'll elaborate on later. From the moment we meet Mr. Big, it's clear there is a part of him that either still believes in romance or has been deeply hurt by it. It's understandable then that he tries to keep his emotions on check.
Well, has the woman ever even heard of me?
My mother doesn't need to meet another girlfriend.
However, that doesn't excuse his behavior, particularly towards Carrie. He was inconsistent, flaky, unreliable, and lacked the emotional maturity required to sustain a relationship, let alone a marriage. Speaking of marriage, let's start with his first two.
She was smart, beautiful, and she got me. I'd have to kill her.
We don't know much about Barbara, but she seems fun, successful, intelligent, and shares Carrie's sense of humor. Though she appears in only one episode, it's easy to see why Mr. Big married her. She had Carrie's wit with the looks of the other women he typically pursued. The reason of their divorce?
Alienation of affection followed by divorce.
Basically, he cheated on her, which is not that different from what happened with his second marriage.
And there she was, Mrs. Big, all 5'10" of her.
Natasha was a repeat of Barbara, also fun, successful, intelligent, and classy. Plus, from a quote-unquote good family. He was 25 years old when they got married. Mr. Big either rushed into it or had known her for long enough to assume her composed, elegant demeanor what was he wanted, until it wasn't. In one of their accidental run-ins after the wedding, Big confides in Carrie that he finds Natasha boring. His justification for why the marriage wouldn't last.
Everything in my apartment is now beige. Beige.
He liked what Natasha's exterior represented, but her calmness, composure, and frankly, dullness eventually became unbearable to him. Through these two situations, we notice that a pattern is emerging. Big wants the best of both worlds, the wild womanizer and the serious respectable man, but he can't decide which identity to commit to. And to escape this internal conflict, he cheats on Natasha with none other than
Carrie! I see you!
Carrie wasn't Big's type. In fact, there is a theory that if he wasn't dating Carrie, he'd be with Charlotte, who fits his ideal perfectly. But Charlotte will never go after Big because he wasn't her type and couldn't give her what she wanted. I will talk more in detail about Charlotte in a future video, so please stay tuned. As I mentioned in my Carrie video, Big has a very specific standard for the women he wants to be seen with. They must be beautiful, brunette, and offer some kind of social capital. There are two main categories within this social capital. The first type is impossibly stunning, unattainable women who enhance its desirability by association, and the second type is well-educated women from good families who boost his image as culture and elite. In both cases, these women serve a purpose. Big may not even like them as individuals, but he likes what they say about him. And this is precisely the root of his conflict with Carrie. He's attracted to her. They share chemistry, banter, great sex, and sort of a deep emotional connection. But socially, Carrie represents something he's uncomfortable with, because she's someone outside of the mold he wants to fit into.
You know, she's shiny hairs, style section, Vera Wang, and I'm, the sex column they run next to ads for penile implants.
Big is vague, emotionally evasive, and avoids confrontation. Because in him, there is a sense that he shouldn't take Carrie seriously, because she never saw himself with her anyway. So why should he invest? He never truly wanted the kind of mutual and emotionally grounded relationship Carrie needed. He was caught between impulse and expectations, and Carrie enabled that behavior. Carrie didn't make it easier. She pushed for commitment from someone emotionally unavailable. But she couldn't just walk away, because, like Big, she also cared about the image and impact of being with someone like him.
Just tell me I'm the one.
And the reward was significant, because Carrie curated her image to seem more appealing to Big. She knew she was at a disadvantage because she wasn't as young or as conventionally beautiful as the models he dated, and her access to wealth and class was self-made and not inherited like Charlotte's or Natasha's. This pressure made her try to be the perfect woman, but instead of helping, it created a pressure to land her dream guy fast, and Big sensed this hurry, which made him reconsider if he wanted her or not.
I wear little outfits, sexy Carrie and casual Carrie. Sometimes I catch myself actually posing. It's exhausting.
It's fair to say that Big was suspicious of her intentions too. He sensed that pressure, and it became a major reason for his hesitation. Carrie wasn't the woman he imagined ending up with, and they both knew it. He never let himself explore what he actually wanted. Instead, he clung to the emotional safety Carrie provided while giving very little in return. By emotional safety, I mean the reliance on drama to keep the fire alive. By season 6, Big was still playing the field at the age of 45, something society often permits for wealthy, successful men like him. His charm, looks, and money gave him access to women others could only dream of. And in both movies, it's clear that even after choosing Carrie, he wasn't fully in. 4 years after he chased her down in Paris, they finally move in together. Another 4 years pass, and still no proposal. Red flag. It gets worse. He bails on the wedding day, humiliates her in front of everyone, including Vogue, takes a year to win her back, denies her the wedding she wanted, and then asks for 2 days a week to rest from their marriage. If Big truly loved Carrie, he wouldn't have made it this hard. He wouldn't have dragged her along for 6 years only to finally commit after she moved on to someone arguably better.
What, do you have some kind of radar? Carrie might be happy it's time to sweep in and shit all over it?
In reality, the woman Big really wanted wasn't Carrie or Natasha. It was Willow Summers, the movie star. She was his type, elusive, glamorous, and the ultimate symbol of social conquest. She was his very own Mr. Big, and she kept him guessing, made him chase, and toyed with his emotions. Big, like Carrie, was addicted to the chase, to proving he could conquer the unconquerable. When Willow rejected him, it threw his self-worth into a crisis. If he was so desirable, why didn't she want him?
She won't return my calls. See, she can reach me, but I can't get her.
But if he had won Willow, would he have finally committed? I doubt it. She symbolized what he could never truly have. And once he had her, the thrill will be gone, and he'd move on to the next impossible conquest. Despite all his advantages, wealth, charm, and looks, Big lacked a strong sense of self. His success didn't satisfy him because it was shaped by external validation and not internal purpose. He was trapped in a cycle. Chase, achieve, feel validated, then feel suffocated. That's a common outcome for people who live only for external approval. He knew he needed something different, someone who truly aligned with him, but he was too afraid to look beyond his comfort zone. His status elevated him, but also imprisoned him. Drama became the only thing that made him feel alive. Big didn't end up with Carrie because he loved her. He ended up with her because she loved him. Her departure was his last chance to hold on to someone who'd always been there. The women he truly wanted didn't want him or required emotional strength he never developed. So when they didn't reciprocate, he settled for someone who tolerated his emotional unavailability. Someone who accepted the version of him even he didn't understand. Big had every opportunity to build a life of meaning, but he never made that choice for himself. He let time and convenience decide for him. His ending wasn't happy or sad. It just was. The quiet end of a seemingly great life that could have been so much more. If only he had the nerve to chase a life and a lover that truly felt right.
After a while, you just want to be with the one that makes you laugh.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye!